Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Murli Bharadwaj, your classmate in NEET PG preparation. Today is September 5th. I am truly humbled by many greetings across the country on this auspicious day. Honestly, being a teacher, I enjoy a lot studying along with you and explaining what I have studied. So let us make it a big thing in the next 120 days. Let us study well and be very sure to get ready for what examiner, NEET PG examiner is expecting from us. Today we will discuss about immunodeficiency syndrome. इसके बारे में 10 points, that is all what I want, right? Now, what are the important 10 conditions which are called immunodeficiency syndrome, doctor? Bruton Sagama globulonemia, chronic granulomatous disease, Ataxia Telangiectasia, leukocyte adhesion deficiency, combined variable deficiency, Jobs syndrome, Viscotalrich syndrome, severe combined immune deficiency, and Digeorge, Negelov. Just 2-3 points you should know for the tomorrow's exam. Next 10 minutes I am going to make you the champions. This is all what you need to know about primary immunodeficiency disorders. Why they are called primary? Because if you get HIV infection, then that is called acquired immunodeficiency. These are all the things that are happening because of our birth. That is the reason they are called primary. Now, doctor, Bruton's gamma globulonemia. This is X-linked. X-linked conditions are more common in boys, right? So B for boys, B for Bruton, B for Bruton. Bruton is X-linked, is what you should remember. Cell-mediated immunity is normal in these people, cell-mediated immunity. Encapsulated organism infections are very common. And why do you get Bruton? Because of the deficiency of tyrosine kinase. Where is this tyrosine kinase required, doctor? For the maturation of the B cells, for the formation of the opsonizing antibodies, you require tyrosine kinase. That is the one which is deficient in these people. That is the reason there is a defective opsonization leading to encapsulated organism infections in case of the Bruton is what you should remember. Now, chronic granulomatous disease. In this there are two types, X-linked recessive, autosomal recessive, but X-linked recessive is more common than autosomal recessive. What is the screening test for the chronic granulomatous disease, doctor? It is called nitroblue tetrazolium test. Nitroblue tetrazolium test. So, why do we do this? Because in chronic granulomatous disease, there is a decrease of NADPH oxidase that lead to a decreased peroxidase activity. Because of that, there is a defective killing, though you are having myeloperoxidase. See, there is all the multiple defense mechanisms available in order to fight inside the phagolysosome against the organisms. So, myeloperoxidase is one thing, peroxidase is another one. So, in spite of having myeloperoxidase activity positive, NADPH oxidase, if it is not available, the activity of the peroxidase comes down and that creates a defective killing ability for the lysosomes is what you should remember. So all these tests to detect the chronic granulomatous disease basically prove that the NADH oxidase is deficient. So you have a dihydrorhodamine test, immunoblot test. What are they all testing? They're all testing the NADH oxidase is what you should remember. So mainly 3 points, doctor. Chronic granulomatous disease, X-linked recessive, nitrobrute-tetrazolium chloride, NADPH oxidase deficiency, dihydrorhodamine test. Khatam. You know everything about it. Now, one important thing about the chronic granulomatous disease that you need to remember is there is a normal cell mediated immunity. Lot of times examiner will ask in any of these primary immunodeficiency disorders, is it the humoral or is it the CMI or is it both of them? Humoral क्या होता है? Production of antibodies is humoral, cell immunity is T cell, etc., etc. So normal CMI in case of chronic granulomatous disease, but how is the humoral response? Even humoral response is also normal in case of chronic granulomatous disease. But the fundamental problem is in the case of the chronic granulomatous disease, because the phagolysosome, it is unable to have a good peroxidase activity. That is the reason it is unable to kill the organisms. Otherwise antibody production में दिक्कत नहीं है, CGD बोले तो cell immunity में दिक्कत नहीं है अगर CGD बोले तो. So that is what you have to clearly remember. That is the twist of this particular topic. They cannot kill chronic granulomatous disease. They cannot kill catalase positive bacteria. What are they? Staphylococci and coliforms. That is the reason the sepsis because of these organisms and death are the important challenges in chronic granulomatous disease. Then certain things which are associated with the CGD. Favorite question of examiner. Seborrheic dermatitis मतलब nasolabial fold के आजू बाजू में there will be a rash adjacent to nasolabial folds. Seborrheic dermatitis. Eosinophilia, intestinal granulomas which lead to intestinal obstruction. They are the associated features of the chronic granulomatous disease is what you should remember. Now, what are the 5 points of our next favorite topic? Ataxia Telangiectasia. A for ataxia, A for autosomal recessive. And very important, in these people immunoglobulin E become decreased and IgA will be completely absent. A for Ataxia Telangiectasia, magar A is absent. That is the point, favorite question of the examiner. Why do they get ataxia? Because there is a cerebellar dysfunction. Now what is the triad of clinical features of Ataxia Telangiectasia? Cerebellar ataxia, oculocutaneous telangiectasia and immunodeficiency. They are the classical triad of Ataxia Telangiectasia. Now what is it associated with? Please don't forget, associations are important for ataxia. T-cell leukemias can be associated. There is an increased tendency to lymphomas. Premature aging. Have you seen the movie Benjamin Buttons? Right? That is also a typical movie of Brad Pitt. Wonderful movie. In that you have the person aging very quickly. So premature aging, thymic hypoplasia, recurrent sinopulmonary infections, and IDDM is also quite common in the people who have Ataxia Telangiectasia is what you have to ultimately remember. अभी आपको 3 कंडीशंस बराबर समझ में आ गए. अरे बाप, आप तो एक्सपर्ट बन रहे प्राइमरी इम्यूनोडेफिशिएंसी डिसऑर्डर्स पर, राइट? इसके बाद क्या करना? रीडिंग रूम को जाना, सबको पूछना क्या रे, तुझे ट्रायड ऑफ एटैक्सिया टेलिंजेक्टासिया मालूम है क्या? नहीं मालूम क्या? अच्छा, तो देन आई विल टीच यू बोल के यू हैव टू टीच. सो टुडे इज टीचर्स डे, नो? एवरी डे इफ यू वांट टू बिकम टॉपर, सिंपल सीक्रेट आई एम टेलिंग यू डॉक्टर, आपके पास 5 साथियों रहना है. वो 5 साथियों आपके बात सुनने वाले रहना है. आप पढ़ाई दिए तो सुनने वाले रहना है. अगर वैसे 5 साथी आपके साथ है तो यू आर ऑलरेडी ए लीडर. एंड द मोमेंट यू आर ए लीडर, you become responsibility for you to study. The moment you study, you will get a seat. Always create the need and grow the business to that particular need. That is what throughout our life we do, right? Because people become sick, you are a doctor. Because people want to learn, you become a learner. So that is the strong message I want to give to you on this auspicious Teachers' Day. So doctor, leukocyte adhesion defect, इसमें 2 types हैं, LAD1, LAD2. LAD1 is because of a defective CD18 number भूलना मत. CD18, because of that integrin deficiency is there. Whereas Lewis 10 factor is missing in LAD2 because of that selectin deficiency. How will you remember? 2 होता है second होता है selectin deficiency. LAD1, 1 is initial, I is integrin deficiency. Initial 1 means initial बोलते ना, so I is integrin, LAD1 is integrin, CD18. There is a history of delayed umbilical cord separation in LAD1. Recurrent bacterial infection, LAD1. LAD2 में there is a Bombay blood group. मुंबई से आए मेरे दोस्त, Bombay blood group, LAD2. Mental retardation, platelet dysfunction, recurrent bacterial infection. So these are the features of LAD2. And there are certain set of conditions, doctor. Delayed umbilical cord separation ka, whenever umbilical cord separation is delayed, you should think of 5 possible reasons. What are they? Alloimmune neutropenia, Urachus anomalies, histiocytosis X, factor 13 deficiency, and LAD2. They are the ones that should come to your mind. If there is any delayed umbilical cord separation is what you should remember. See doctor, these are all बट्टी मारने वाला चीज होता है. There is nothing related और इंटेलिजेंस का जरूरत कुछ भी नहीं है, फिर भी हम पढ़ना पड़ेगा. We are forced to read, remember, reproduce in order to become the topper. When it is inevitable, we have to learn how to master that inevitable scenario. Now doctor, common variable immunodeficiency. 5 points you should know. It is a defective humoral immunity with a normal cell mediated immunity. इसको कॉमन कहते हैं मगर वेरिएबल भी कहते हैं, इसलिए डिफेक्टिव ह्यूमरल इम्यूनिटी बट ए नॉर्मल CMI. Abnormal B cell function, humoral immunity is defective. Function of the B cell is abnormal, it is a qualitative defect. मगर B cell number लिए तो it is normal. Normal B cells but dysfunctional B cells, hence leading to humoral immunity deficiency. And the most common association of common variable immunodeficiency, you should remember GRDases. Similarly, lymphomas, herpes infection, recurrent bacterial infection, even they are also common with common variable immunodeficiency. Almost 5 conditions आप expert बन गए. अच्छा, तो another 5 conditions, let us be very sure. जॉब्स सिंड्रोम, भैया जॉब होता है एम्प्लॉयमेंट स्टार्ट होता है ई, लेटर ई. सो रिमेंबर हाइपर IgE सिंड्रोम इज द जॉब्स सिंड्रोम. जॉब होता है एम्प्लॉयमेंट है ना, ई IgE hyper IgE syndrome, and in these people the problem is there is a defective phagocytosis. Cell मेरिट immunity में दिक्कत नहीं है, but defective phagocytosis in case of Jobs syndrome is what you should remember. Now, very interesting syndrome आ गया. So totally कितना है doctor? How many syndromes that you need to remember? थोड़ा हम out of focus हो गए. Focus को लाएंगे. 1 minute. Yes. Now, Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome. This is also called VASP gene mutation. VASP. VAMP नहीं, VASP. Now, doctor, X-linked recessive disorder है Wiskott-Aldrich. X-linked recessive है. So, Wiskott for women, women for X chromosome. X is X-linked recessive is the Wiskott-Aldrich. In this, increased IgA, increased IgE, decreased IgM, and normal IgG. G होता है girl. Girl is normal. Obviously, X-linked conditions में girls are normal only, no? Boys are the ones which are affected. है ना? So, IgG, girl is normal, but IgA increased, IgE increased, IgM decreased is what you need to remember. Lot of students, they confuse in this very important matter, doctor. What is that important matter that lot of students confuse? Yes. आपका Ataxia Telangiectasia है ना, इसमें decreased IgE and absent IgA. Don't confuse this with Wiskott-Aldrich. You will not forget now. This is the whole twist in this topic. Decreased IgE, absent IgA, Ataxia Telangiectasia. Then आपके Jobs syndrome में क्या हो गया? What happened in the Jobs syndrome? Jobs syndrome, hyper IgE is Jobs syndrome. You are not going to forget. And finally आप कहाँ गए? Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome. But Wiskott-Aldrich में IgA increased, IgE increased, IgM decreased, but a normal girl, IgG is what you should remember. Now, normal thymus, Wiskott-Aldrich में, it is not any thymic aplasia. That is very important. Which immunodeficiency disorders are because of the thymus deficiency? Favorite question of the examiner. So, यहाँ normal thymus, there is eczema, and they have thrombocytopenia, Wiskott-Aldrich. That is the reason whenever examiner gives you a clinical vignette in the tomorrow's exam, bloody diarrhea in a male newborn, male because it is X-linked recessive, bloody diarrhea because there is a thrombocytopenia. Then you should think of Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome is what you should remember. Now doctor, severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. Severe combined, it is not combined variable, it is severe combined immunodeficiency. There is no T, there is no B, there is no NK, there is no girlfriend. What to do with this life? So, severe combined immunodeficiency में T नहीं रहता, B नहीं रहता, NK cell नहीं रहता, कुछ भी नहीं रहता इनके पास. So, how is it inherited? Severe combined immunodeficiency is inherited as X-linked or autosomal recessive. If it is X-linked, the problem is because of the arrested fetal thymus and there is a lymphopenia. If it is autosomal recessive, it is the adenosine deaminase deficiency. ADA deficiency is what you should remember for the severe combined immunodeficiency, which is autosomal recessively transmitted. Finally, doctor, आपको डाई-जॉर्ज syndrome मिल गया. आप किंग जॉर्ज मेडिकल कॉलेज में पढ़ाई किया. चलो फटाफट पढ़ेंगे. There is a failed development of third and fourth pharyngeal pouches. Why do you require third and fourth pharyngeal pouches? हम ब्रेंकियल आर्च डेरिवेटिव्स बल्कि एनाटॉमी में गर्मा गर्म पढ़ाई किए ना. So you're not going to forget, doctor. If you have forgotten, please go back to the onlinemmbbs.com video library. आपको 953 टॉपिक्स, 953 वीडियो, 600 आवर्स ऑफ वीडियो कंटेंट गर्मा गर्म डिस्कशन करके पावर पॉइंट्स के साथ वेटिंग कर रहे हैं आप पढ़ाई करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट 4 months में यू हैव टू बिकम एक्सपर्ट. If you have missed the anatomy lecture, please do call our helpline today only and buy the subscription. Now, doctor, because third and fourth pharyngeal pouches are defective, there is a thymus aplasia. Because of that, pure T cell deficiency, most severe form of pure T cell deficiency, you get it in DiGeorge. इसलिए di is die. Then there's a severe cellular immunity defect, and that lead to candida infection. Candida. Even you can easily remember HIV. In HIV infection, in AIDS, what happens? Your helper T cells are not there. That means you have a severe cellular immunity defect, and you all know that AIDS patients are recognized because of their candida infection. So that is the reason severe cellular immunity defect in DiGeorge will lead to profuse candida infections is what you have to ultimately remember. But last but not the least, before we say that we became champions, you should remember DiGeorge को कहते हैं catch 22 syndrome. Catch 22 syndrome. अच्छा भाई इसमें catch क्या है? Chromosome 22q deletion is a feature in case of DiGeorge syndrome. You should remember. So, thymus is absent, parathyroids are absent. That is the reason a DiGeorge kid will present with neonatal tetany, hypocalcemia, and they also have aortic arch abnormalities, generalized osteoporosis. हड्डियां जल्दी टूट जाएगा DiGeorge में. Deformed aortic arch knuckle. Obviously, aortic arch, if it is not properly formed, when you look in the PA view of the chest radiograph, you have an aortic knuckle, prominence of the aortic arch. That is deformed. And good news about this DiGeorge is, if you implant the thymic tissue which is missing in them, you can be able to reverse their immunodeficiency is what you need to remember. Then doctor, last but not least, class खत्म, हम expert हो गए, हमारे pocket में available है अभी पूरा immunodeficiencies you have insured. It is like applying an insurance policy. एक mark guarantee है doctor. You will remember Dr. Murali Bharadwaj in the exam hall. Negelov syndrome. In this, only third pharyngeal pouch. Whereas DiGeorge में third and fourth are deficient. यहाँ तो only third pharyngeal pouch. The difference between DiGeorge and Negelov is, in DiGeorge, parathyroid is absent. यहाँ superior parathyroid is present. Negelov में inferior parathyroid is absent because inferior parathyroid develops from third pharyngeal pouch. So that is the reason overall parathyroid function is normal in the patients who are having Negelov syndrome. So that brings us to the end of the wonderful review of primary immunodeficiency syndromes, doctor. ये पॉकेट में रखना, एग्जाम को जाना, नक्कल मारना, कुछ भी करो, मगर you should not do a wrong tomorrow when one question is being asked. So please don't forget, call 9000868356 and join the video library of onlinemmbbs.com, which has 600 hours of videos, 953 topics for revision, and please join the WhatsApp group. There are thousands of students who are there in our WhatsApp group, very active students. Every day we will be discussing about 100 to 150 image-based MCQs and a lot of notes to share between the students. You will get the study mates by joining our onlinemmbbs.com WhatsApp study groups. Good night to all of you, and enjoy a great preparation for the NEET PG 2020.